What's up, YouTube? I'm back. I know I took a pretty long break from YouTube, probably about a few months, I would say, but I have a pretty good reason for doing so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
You see, during my break from YouTube, I actually was able to work on other creative endeavors, so I actually started releasing music independently. It's been so much fun being able to produce my own music, just learning all these new softwares on the computer for audio engineering, and just being able to be a part of that songwriting process. It's been so healing. It's been so helpful for my mental health. And if you guys want to check out my music, I'll leave the link in the description. Hopefully, you guys like it. And I just want to say thank you in advance. Now, you guys already know the deal. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Today, we're going to be talking about American Horror Story Red Tide, part 1 of the American Horror Story double feature season. Now, I just finished the season yesterday. It actually aired on FX, and I have a lot to say. But you guys already know the deal. I'm going to be talking about the show a lot. So I do want to give a spoiler alert. If you haven't finished, pause this video, go do that, and then come back. And then you can chat it up with us and talk all about the show. So American Horror Story Red Tide. Where do I begin? So much going on. You know what? Generally, it wasn't a bad season, I'll be honest. Ryan Murphy always does this thing to me where he gets me really invested early on in the season, and then towards the end of the season, everything just spirals out of control, and I'm like, what? But anyway, I have to say, it wasn't a bad season. If you guys disagree, sound off in the comments, but don't come for me. Like, it wasn't that bad. Like, come on, we've all seen Freak Show. So the season starts off with Finn Whitrock, who's playing Harry Gardner, and his wife, Doris Gardner, who is played by Lily Rabe, moving to Provincetown, Massachusetts. They kind of want to get a fresh start. He's a writer and he's working on a new screenplay. So he's hoping that this move to Provincetown will get his creative juices flowing, because he can work on his craft peacefully. Because let's be honest, what's going on in Provincetown, Massachusetts in the winter, right? Wrong. Harry and Doris Gardner have a daughter named Alma Gardner, played by Ryan Kira Armstrong. Now, Alma, she's a violinist who is very dedicated to her craft. I'm talking practices every day, and she has this serious drive. Like, it's serious. Doris Gardner, who is the mother, she is an interior designer who was hired to actually renovate the house where the Gardners are staying during their time in Provincetown, Massachusetts. Now, it's obvious off the bat, everyone in the family is kind of going through it when it comes to striving at what they do. Like, Alma's having trouble with the violin, trying to play this song that she's trying to get through, but she just can't get through it. Harry, he's having trouble with his screenplay, kind of having like a writer's block. And it's the same thing for the mom. She's not doing her best when it comes to this interior designing job that she was hired for at this house. Doris and Alma go out for a walk to like get some fresh air. Maybe, that's what they need for what they're going through right now. So Alma and Doris take a walk, and they're pretty much attacked by these tall, lanky people who have razor sharp teeth and just look very ill and look like they're desperate for blood. Like, they basically look like vampires, but instead of having the two traditional fangs that we're all used to, all their teeth are just razor sharp. So anyway, Doris is spooked, Alma is spooked, Harry's spooked. What does he do? He decides to, go out on the town, clear his head, because, Harry's going through writer's block, so that's important. Forget Doris and Alma, who just got attacked. It's, Harry's the breadwinner, so he says goes. So Harry goes out to explore the town, and he comes across this little bar tavern called the Muse. And there he meets these two kooky kind of cabaret singers, one older woman, one younger gentleman, played by Evan Peters and Francis Conroy, who play Belle Noire and Austin Summers. They approach Harry, kind of feel him out, see what he's about, and ultimately offer him this little black pill. Now, with this little black pill, they say it can make any creative reach their full potential. Like, creative people thrive off of this pill.
Clap if you care. Clap if you care.
Harry gets this warning from Sarah Paulson's character, who roams into the bar where he's talking with Francis Conroy and Evan Peters' characters when they're trying to convince him to take this pill. So we meet Sarah Paulson. She's basically this, homeless junkie, but she basically gives Harry a warning saying, don't turn out to be a bloodsucker. Don't be like these people in this town. She gives him a very stern warning, and she looks crazy.
Get out of this town! Get out!
So it's pretty scary. Harry's a little skeptical at first, but ultimately he decides to take the pill because he's having such issues with his writer's block. So once he takes the pill, he, like a madman, is typing away at the computer, creating what is to be the best work that he's ever done. Now, after having taken this pill and creating this amazing screenplay that he's written, Harry's hungry. So, and I'm not just talking food, I'm talking blood.
What did he say?
So Harry's on a hunt to have his first kill because these pills, the way you thrive off of them continuously is you feed off of blood. That's right, blood.
What?
In the beginning, when he takes the pill, Harry tries to hide it from his family. He goes on secret hunts with Belle Noire and Austin Summers. They basically kill people. They go on a murdering spree so they can fulfill their blood needs. And he basically tags along with them during the first couple times. And eventually his family does find out. So eventually Harry's family does find out that he takes the pill. His poor wife is pregnant with their second child, freaking out. And they found out that he's basically now a bloodsucker for creative success, basically. And yeah, they now have to keep this secret. And someone wants in, guys. Can you guess who wants in? Yeah, the daughter. So the crazy violinist's daughter knows about these pills. She wants in on these pills, and she ends up taking a pill, y'all. This 9-year-old ends up taking the pill so that she can be the greatest violinist. She told her dad that she doesn't want to be great. She wants to be the greatest. Now, I can respect the hustle, but this is some next level-ish, let me tell you. After the daughter takes the pill, now Harry and Alma are going on their hunts together, killing people left and right for their blood and keeping it from the mom. So eventually, when the mom finds out, she freaks out and she goes into early labor. Harry's agent comes into town and basically wants to know how is it that Harry's been doing so well at writing and creating these screenplays. She just knows that something's up. So being the sneaky little she is, she comes into town and she finds out about the pills. While all this is happening, Doris has come home from delivering a beautiful baby boy. Harry's agent is there helping out. She's still trying to find the scientist, and she is all for it. She's supporting these pills. She's supporting Alma. on her hunts. She's supporting Harry on his hunts. She just really wants successful talents so she can beef up her talent agency that she has brewing. So after Doris gets home, she's spooked, she's not right in the head. And there's one night where she thinks she's dreaming, but actually she finds Alma feeding off the newborn baby. And she's freaked out. They try to convince her that it's a dream, but she finds marks on the baby's leg that prove that it was not a dream. So she knows that her family is under the influence of this pill. She doesn't feel adequate enough. She feels like she's not doing great when it comes to her interior designing. She hasn't really done much when it comes to renovating this house, and she doesn't feel inspired or motivated. So guess what, you guys? You guessed it. She decides to take the freaking pill. That's right. Doris takes the pill. But you guys, it doesn't work out for her. She starts deteriorating and she's losing her hair and basically becoming one of the streetwalkers that are just rabid and scary with the razor sharp teeth. So one night after she's taken the pill, she hasn't fed yet. She is about to feed off of her baby because, let's face it, she's not in the right state of mind. She's under the influence of this pill. And Harry, just before she's about to stab her baby and feed off of the blood, Harry comes in and throws Doris into the bathroom, is able to lock her in there until he figures out his next move. While all this is going on, there's an underlying storyline of Sarah Paulson and Macaulay Culkin. Now, they're this duo who are junkies and they really just have each other, but ultimately Macaulay Culkin ends up taking the pill and it goes great for him. He's super successful. He actually meets with Harry's agents. And at first she doesn't take him seriously, but he makes her take him seriously. He's able to become more successful than he's ever been in life. And ultimately, he chooses this life over not taking the pill when Sarah Paulson couldn't be more against taking the pill. Towards the end of the season comes a scene where they're talking and Sarah Paulson is basically telling Macaulay Culkin, I do not want to be what you've become. This is not a good thing to be one of these bloodsuckers. Neither which way it ends up, it's not a good thing. So he couldn't disagree with her more. He leaves her with the pill, surrounded by the streetwalker bloodsuckers who are rabid and thirsty for blood and aren't in the right state of mind. And he tells her, you either die here or you take the pill and you can be great like me. Sarah Paulson takes the pill. She goes to the beach, ends up meeting with Macaulay Culkin again. He's happy to see her because he knows that she's taken the pill. And he lets her know that it's time to feed. And what does she do? She kills him. She feeds off of him, kills him, creates what I assume to be a beautiful work of art because it's not shown. They don't show it, what she creates. But after she kills Macaulay Culkin, she creates this piece on the beach. She finishes up, walks to the water, and she does it. I don't want to say it on here, but she takes her own, And she decided that she did not want to become one of these bloodsuckers no matter what it took. She would rather be than become one of these people. And that's ultimately what she chose for herself. So guys, Harry has chosen to desert Doris after she's become one of these streetwalker bloodsuckers, the rabid ones. He wants nothing to do with her. He leaves her to go off into the streets and fend for herself. Alma agrees. When I tell you this kid is scary, like when I said her drive was scary, she's just scary. Like she has no sympathy. She's very cold. She couldn't care less about her mother, walking off into the distance, never seeing her again. She just cares about being the greatest violinist. Yeah, the agent is behind it. They all feel like they're making the best decision by deserting Doris. And she becomes one of the rabid, pale people guys with the sharp teeth. Well, her journey ends there. We don't see any more of Doris, but it was just so sad watching her walk away. Harry, his agent, and Alma and the baby decide they're gonna ditch Provincetown. Stuff is getting too hot, so they're not willing to stick around and get caught. So they're deciding to get out of Provincetown. But before that, I'm not sure if it was discussed between the agent and Alma, but Alma decides to kill her father, you guys. This girl bit into his neck, drained his blood, and killed her father. Like, crazy. I was just shocked. This daughter watched her mother walk away, not a teardrop in sight, was able to physically kill her father, and just still wants to focus on becoming the greatest. And I can't help to think, but there are actually people like this out there, guys. Oh. I also can't help to think that Ryan Murphy was trying to tell us something this season. I know Hollywood has a lot of conspiracy theories about how some of the most successful, most famous people are bloodsuckers. I don't want to believe it, guys, but if you ever heard conspiracy theories like this, please sound off in the comments. I would love to hear what some of the stories you guys have heard. If you like this video, please comment. Let me know what you want to see more of. I am a huge fan of American Horror Story. I've been since day one. I know there's a big debate on what the best season is. I know a lot of people say Murder House, but that's not my favorite. I'm an asylum queen. So I really like that season. It's probably my favorite. If you like this video, if you want to see more of this, please let me know in the comments. Do all the things, like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I appreciate all the support, guys. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.